quick recap of the day. We can see all the fun stuff that happened, all the shenanigans, and you can see what the old. Oh, actually, tell you what, I've already got some. Just keep them on. Someone will appreciate it. First up, we've got talking about the tikanga and some of the things that happened. Oh, yeah. I'll just let the news article talk.
Agreeable atmosphere here at Waitangi.
But up the hill, a less than agreeable audience awaited parliamentarians.
I mean, what did you
The
expect,
Warriors issuing
David?
a taki. Parliament's boss, Chewie, Brownlee, stepping up, but the Warriors had other plans. They wanted David Seymour. He stepped up, but unusually with his cabinet colleagues acting as bodyguards of sorts.
There's an unhelpful virus that's crept into a lot of our Māori welcome ceremonies, and they're starting to bark and they're starting to yell in the wero. That is never ever the culture.
Those gathered.
I have one word. Sounds a bit racist.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna take away from Shane Jones's deep knowledge of Te Ao Māori. Like, the man speaks it fluently. He's been immersed in it his entire life. But there is one thing that I want to say. That is one man's opinion. Like, he is not the person that tells Māori how to do Māori things. Like, he is like anything. Māori is, they're not a monolithic thing. Like, it's not locked in stone. Things change. And just because you're on the receiving end of it this time and you're not happy about it, you don't get to go, oh, it's not the fucking done thing. You know? He's not the guy. One man's opinion.
The word I really didn't like in there was bark. I'm like,
yeah,
it's not okay.
Yeah,
that's what I was like. You fucking dog whistler.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Fuck you. Yeah. But he believes that that's not the way. But someone who's actually from the local iwi corrected him that it is the way. So we'll carry on with this.
Here at Waitangi are clearly not fans of Seymour's Treaty Principles Bill and wanted to show the government exactly how they felt. Instead of a waiata to support their speaker's message, Ngāpuhi chose a haka. But the ACT leader did not care what the crowd here wanted to hear. He came to say what he wanted to say, no matter how upsetting some found it.
And perhaps blaming me is a convenient distraction from other problems. Here are some problems that you can't turn your back on because the numbers do not lie. Māori home ownership, Māori school attendance, Māori victimisation by criminals, Māori unemployment, Māori incomes and life expectancy.
And so he was shunned. People turned their backs and took his microphone. A kaumātua returning his voice, only for Ngāti Wai chair Apera Hama Edwards to remove it again.
Nā mihi.
I just love the hand coming out.
To working with you, you know you want to.
On the turning of backs is a signal, basically to stop talking and sit down. We've always heard sentiments from our elders to be mindful and to be careful of the messages our children hear. And our tamariki were there and they were watching.
I found that disappointing.
Then Seymour just talks about the ideology bullshit.
If Paul Goldsmith finds it disappointing, I guess we should all pack up and go home.
Yeah, the white
There's a lot of people that find. Well, Paul Goldsmith. What's the joke? He's Ngāti Porou or something like that.
Probably.
Ngāti Epsom. Yeah, look, you can be disappointed. We're fucking disappointed. This white fella from the bottom of the South Island is fucking disappointed in you guys. You've brought this. Like, were you expecting to go to this place on this week? with such an important thing and not expect people to express their anger and disappointment? Like, I would have gone up there and expecting them to be flipping over cars. You know, to have a bunch of people turn their back on you because your message is so disgraceful, and you not be able to self-reflect and just make yourself into the victim. You went up there to become a victim. You went up there to go, look at these people being disrespectful. That is the whole game. That is why David Seymour went. The whole thing.
Yeah. The fact they let him talk is really annoying too. Should not have allowed him. But I'm not angry at anyone for the way they protested. I thought that was very dignified in a way. In fact, it was probably too dignified. I think they. I would have been happy if they started to throw shit, because.
Again, I want to comment just on the shot framing of that.
I saw it too. I was trying not to laugh when you were talking.
I've just the hand come out and go, oh, no. And then a second time, just the hand. No mics for you.
Look, I thought you meant the current screen.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes, the underwear on the outside.
The other thing that I would say is, he's going to go, oh, they wouldn't let me say my piece. This man gets more airtime and more column inches than literally anyone else. Like, he's been spewing his lies about his bill, like, uninterrupted for months. So I get taking the mic off him. I really do.
Yeah. Yep,
and he's found some more mics, so I'm sure he's got something else to say.
Yeah. We shall continue.
Well, you can take away my microphone, but you can't take away an idea. And ultimately, this country will have something very much like the Treaty Principles Bill, because the idea of equal rights is what the treaty promised.
Well, I think David Seymour gave a deliberately inflammatory speech, and I think he got a response that was proportionate to that. He came here clearly to try and provoke a reaction, and he got a reaction. It's not the sort of thing I think responsible political leaders do.
I think
also, just note our friend of the show, Duncan Webb, in the background there.
Looking right at us. Like his eyes are just following me around the room.
Hi, BHN. Hi, I made it. Luxon didn't, but I did. Yeah. There's one little bit at the end which I really appreciated the one of the journalists calling them out for his particular wording. Here.
Also a rare sighting of Brooke van der Velden.
What?
There's a rare sighting of Brooke van der Velden as well. Yes. We haven't seen her for ages.
Yes. Well, she hasn't been in any union meetings, if you know, you know.
Bag of horse shit.
She's been at fake union meetings, so.
With me today.
Seymour denying his actions were inflammatory.
Actually, ideas don't hurt. It's trying to intimidate people, take away their ability to speak, threaten them with war dances. Some people might say that was threatening. When people get up, they do their war dance. That is tikanga. I grew up with that in the north.
Do you not think it's inflammatory to say in a dismissive way they'll get up and do their war dance?
Yeah, well, actually, it's not dismissive. That's what they do, and yet. I beg your pardon?
Why don't you call it a haka?
Well, we've got two languages in this country.
And Jones threatening to reconsider funding for the Waitangi Trust.
The next bit is that, and this is a whole story in itself, Shane Jones has said, well, we give these guys $10 million, so maybe we shouldn't if this is the way they're going to act. So, in itself, its own comment. But yes, I'm really thankful to...
stunned at that.
I wasn't Jenna Lynch, because she was obviously on this side. It must have been the senior political editor on One News's side, whose name I've forgotten.
I am absolutely stunned that he went that mask off. Like calling it a war dance. Oh, it's technically a war dance. No one calls it that. Only racists call it that.
I would say
Like,
almost is definitely not needed in that sentence.
no, it's just out and out. And he had to backpedal by saying, "Oh, I grew up around it." Mate, what the hell? At Waitangi. Oh, that's and he wonders why people react the way that they do. There's 100% deliberate. The other thing that I want to bring up is this absolute fiction that ideas don't hurt. I've read a lot of history. Everything starts with an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's an idea that some people are subhuman and we should solve that problem. That's an idea. Starts as an idea. Ideas get put into action. Bad shit happens. So for him to dismissively say, when he's talking about such a racially divisive issue, to say that ideas don't hurt, fuck you. Like this man thinks he is so clever with his words. There is, you could fill warehouses with stuff that David doesn't know and doesn't understand. And I think when we're trusting him to be a leader in our parliament and not just go completely mask off in this moment, in this week, at this event, at that place, that is just so out the gate that it's made Emily run away, and I'm running out of words. Emily, come back.